So Liss, it's the off season, Super Bowl's coming up, you're finally getting into baseball mode. How do you crunch the numbers and really get into the players and figure out your strategy, what players you want for the 2013 season?
Yeah, I mean, my process is really tedious. I mean, I go through the RotoWire depth charts like painstakingly to create a spreadsheet of every single player, knowing every single situation. And the depth charts are really good because, I mean, it literally shows you who's competing for what spot. You got to click through and read on their player outlooks and the latest news and what's going on with these guys, and look at their stats and put them in this massive spreadsheet, and then arrange them exactly as after doing all the research as I see fit. But that's kind of my general, okay, this is how I get ready. It's tedious. It takes me 16 hours for the NL, about 14 hours for the AL. Well, now it'll be the same because the Astros moved. It's about a 30-hour process of really mastering the player pool to the extent that I feel I need to be playing against these guys who are some of them who are the best in the world. But in terms of like who I'm going to target and who I like to pick, it's really, I have strategies that have to do with buying low, getting guys at good discounts. And I just think that recent performance, while an indicator of future performance, is often overvalued because people remember it more, and people have their long-term memory isn't that good. They have very short memories. And so if you get a Brett Laurie, if you get an Eric Hosmer, guys who were major talents, big-time prospects, and they didn't have good years, I think they're going to end up being very good values for the most part. You get a whole portfolio of those guys. And guys come back from injuries like Carl Crawford, Roy Halladay, Justin Morneau, guys who might be healthy now that weren't healthy in the last couple seasons. Those are the guys I like to target typically.
So in football, it's kind of like we always say you want to draft off next year's cheat sheet.
Yes.
In baseball, is that you want to draft off last year's cheat sheet? Is that how it works?
I think that's a very good way to put it, yeah. I mean, of course you want to draft off next year's cheat sheet no matter what. But yeah, I think you almost want to look at the 2011, or 2011 or 12 cheat sheet, I guess, and just say, okay, let's just pretend. Because a lot of these guys, like Brett Laurie, he had, not a great year compared to at least the hype, but he's in a better position than he was last year. He's learned, he's seen more pitchers, he has more experience.
And then you have bounce back candidates like Roy Halladay, who, 4 years in a row he had a year under 3, and last year he was hurt and all kinds of stuff. I mean, that's the gamble you want to take. It's on, as long as he's healthy coming into spring training, and by the time we get into spring training, he probably will be. That's the kind of guy you want to gamble on if he comes at a discount.
Right, and he may not come at a discount if he looks great in spring training, but he's coming at a discount now.
But you got him in the draft in what, the 8th round?
8th round.
I mean, that's a pretty good discount.
Oh, it's a steal. I mean, I don't know if people are asleep at the switch. I don't if I had these guys on the show to interview, I'd be like, what were you doing when I was taking Roy Halladay? Where were you? Did you take a little snooze? You have too much to drink in Vegas? But, look, I just like to be really aggressive in drafts and thinking, which guy can win me my league? And if every round I'm getting guys that I think are like game changers, that makes me happy. It's like, wow, this is going to be a fun team to own. I mean, look, if I were in the NFBC, would I be this aggressive? You know what? Yes, probably. Greg Ambrosius came up to me after the draft. He said, you know what? I'm too conservative. And my guys who win the NFBC, these guys like Sean Childs and those other guys, and Lindy, the pig farmer guy, super aggressive. They take guys, they push it, And I think especially in a winner-take-all thing where it's like in this league, it's like there's no money. So first place wins it. Second place, who knows? Who cares who that was? I think you got to be aggressive.
Okay, well that's one good strategy for 2013.